size, isn't it?
Right, who thinks we need to see one of these? The 200,000th class combine. When you're in Suffolk, it would be rude not to call at Claas HQ. I think Trevor's about, so we'll see him for a bit and then sort out some kit for Tractor Fest. That's a beast, isn't it? Everywhere you go in the world, you're never far from a cherry picker.
Yeah, that's their Tinker. What they make then, so they actually, that's not one now.
Set squares.
What they do, they make tools that they'll use when they come to work here. And these have one left. So all the metal, they'll weld and cut, and then they'll
We're in the training centre where they train all the apprentices. There's obviously been practicing welding. Yeah, it's got Claas on it, yeah. Welding table.
And
yeah.
So it's 8 and 9, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9 welding blades. 3 different types of welding.
So you're looking for apprentices and you're looking for trainers?
Always looking for apprentices, always looking for trainers to come to the future of the industry. The most important people to have in the business is someone to fix the machine when it's broken down. Think about...
They don't break.
They never break, I know. When they're older, sometimes only they do.
Yeah.
Think about a service van that a dealer has. That service van costs a dealer 25, maybe 30k to buy the vehicle. They'll fill it with tools. There'll be £20,000 worth of mechanics tools. There'll be laptops, hydraulic testers, you name it. Probably another £20,000 worth of equipment in there. So the van and the tools will cost £60,000, £70,000. Put a driver in the front called a service mechanic or a master technician, and you've got a £100,000 weapon. And Olly, a typical dealer at a branch will have maybe 10, 12 of those, maybe 5 branch dealer. You could have 50 of those vans, each at 100,000. So you've got 5 million of service vans. Why do we have them, Olly? We have them waiting for your machine to break down. That's the only reason. Big investment.
We got some mills in here as well, haven't we? And lathes.
So yeah, this is the other workshop, and these were all the old tools that from the target race. So the guys polished them all up and digitized them, so we added all the modern electronic calibration equipment. And you don't always find these in a dealership anymore, so not many dealers would have lathes or drills and so on. But the guys that we train, the apprentices, need to know what good work looks like. So if they get a job done externally, or to get a new machine in, they need to know what good welding looks like, what good engineering looks like. And then on occasion, we might have a special inspection where we upgrade something and they actually do have to do then,
a bit of welding
and proper engineering. So they need to understand it probably. They won't spend their lives doing it, but they need to understand what it is.
Size of that press. That's a Deutz engine. That's out of a Claas, but that'll be a Deer engine, will it?
Don't ask me to.
Cat engine.
No.
One with all the emissions stuff on. If you're Donald Trump, you'd take all that off. The washing machine. That's off the back of a combine for cleaning the emissions.
All the
Gearboxes, axles.
Hexy shift, back ends, front axles. So down out of the Carrara.
Whole back of a tractor. What's this here? Drum out of something. Accelerator drum, probably out of a combine. MTU. Yeah, they can get combines in here as well and take them apart if they're here on an apprenticeship. The 200,000th class combine.
200,000th class combine ever made, handed over on the 16th of August 1968 to John Stevens in the Borders, and he sold it on to one of his neighbours, and finally another neighbour bought it. So only three careful owners, and we were looking for it as part of our heritage. to put alongside our 500,000 combine that we produced in 2025. And we have a photo of the two of these outside of our front building, which is fantastic. I'll send you a copy. Put it on the file.
Yeah. Glenn used to have one of these up the road from me. Steve and stuff.
After the war, it was 20 years to build 200,000. It then took 50 years to build another 300,000. So the volume of machines sold in the 60s was out of
Off the scale.
compared to today.
Yeah. But what about feet of headers?
We sold 1,600 Matador combines out of here in 1966. In about 2010, I think, I added up how much horsepower we had sold that year. It was almost exactly the same horsepower, but 25% of the volume. You know, the number of machines.
Technically, it should have been
Feet
less.
of are probably the same.
Because the countryside's got smaller as they built things.
You still need to harvest 14 million tons of wheat somehow. So.
Yeah. Little plastic auger extension. And then we've got, this is pretty cool, it's just been showing me. Imagine a tractor was a banana and you unpeel it. Here, they've unpeeled a tractor and took the cab off, but still plugged it in, so you can jump in that cab, start it up, put it in gear, and everything turns and moves and runs, even though it's got no panels on, so that the apprentices can see what they're doing. And then all these tractors in here have all been driven, so they spent a week driving them, and then they come and service them, so they know exactly what they're working on. So these are all ready for them to service today, I think. There's all the bits off that tractor that's unpeeled. The hydraulic test room with all the rigs. You can plug everything in and test. But look at that ram cut open. I think that's a steering ram. All the different fittings.
So you go in here, you then go onto the machine.
Ooh, what's this? A bale unwinder? Oh, that's they roll us out of a Grimmy.
It's a stone separator.
Yeah.
10 o'clock in the evening here.
Proper
10 o'clock in the morning.
proper green screen set up for training.
Training courses and tractors till 2 in the morning.
This is where I got the idea of a green screen in my office from as well.
8 o'clock it was there, 8 o'clock there till 12 o'clock.
Look at all them tractors, coupled to new combines. Look at that combine being used as a stationary combine. There's a thrashing machine in the yard. Is that Norman?
Phone number 333.
Look at them combines. This is a 10 metre, well 10 and a bit metre. Claas telehandler. It's running on HVO. Everything that comes out of the Claas factory is fueled with HVO. Some round balers in here and a couple of tractors. Ones with the grey roofs. The night editions, do they call it? Yeah, there you go. Night edition. You know we're going to be late for the next meeting.
Never look. Needs most.
There's loads of stuff, isn't there?
Did you want me to check that bag? I've just got the
Everywhere you go, someone sniffs a shop out. Gonna stand next to that for scale and we'll see whether it's big enough. I think there's a bigger one here. We'll go and find it. I'm gonna stride out this tractor, see how long it is. See if we can fit it into Tractor Fest. I definitely think we need one of them there, and the track version as well. Little challenger for the case. Right, who thinks we need to see one of these at the fest? Charlotte has kindly stood next to it for scale. It's probably bigger than the quad track. I think we do. Look at this rare beast on the motorway. An old case as we head to Stoneleigh Park.
I think you just set them up.
Bit of an argument about where the spray is going. We've got the health and safety guy. Where's your Ivis anyway? I thought you were, you know, you're letting us hide down here. Is he really health and safety? Because he's not got Ivis on. They don't look like safety boots. Yeah, so we're going to have the sprayer and probably a spud harvester in here, and then there's going to be a tent here, and then seating and all sorts here, and it's quite a big space.
Happy. Then we're going to have 2 teams, young farmers, racing to create Britain's fastest festival pub using Olly's kit with a sprayer and the crisps coming from one side, and they have to assemble the pub in the middle, and they might have reinvented festival catering that way.
So they're going to build a bar. They could do that out of bales of straw, couldn't they? They've got to walk across the slippy dance floor with drinks without falling over. Over there somewhere. Yeah?
That's right. Get down on your hands and knees and do
How
it.
much mess can we make in here then?
Well, it's an equestrian surface, so it's sand, carpet, and various resins. And normally it's about 4 inches of this, and then a membrane and stone underneath. So what we don't want to do is get as far as the membrane.
Right, okay.
But if it's rolled hard, then you can pretty much do anything on top of it. So you feel how firm that is now.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, it's good because it won't get wet and churned up, will it?
Well, also it drains away straight to the stone.
Yeah, yeah.
So when they're jumping on it, they actually have to water it like fury to get to a certain sponginess.
Right, okay. It's quite big.
It's good, Andrew. Good rabbit work.
No, I'm videoing you videoing me. And I'm videoing you.
Exactly, we're going to lay everything out.
Well, you have to have mine then. So.
Tug of war. So what are you going to do? Firstly, tell us the machines you're bringing down here. Big, massive machines, all in this paddock. What are you bringing?
Combine. Telehandlers, multiple, because we've got to play football with it. Probably a forage harvester. We've got the spud harvester will be over there, the sprayer will be over there. Oh yeah, we need some bales.
Yeah.
We need to make a backstop.
So are we looking at a convoy down the M6 coming a few days before the show?
I think it'll be multiple.
Big police convoy. We're going to stop the M6 to build the show.
Film off the bridge.
Okay, so you get here rehearsing, bunch of talented drivers. What sort of
Or
games
our
are we
lads.
Or both. What sort of games are you going to play?
We're going to try and do skittles, football, egg and spoon race. The rest of the list is on my phone that's filming this. So what else did we have? Did you write it down?
I thought you were spontaneous.
I know, but
It's all produced. It's heavily produced normally. Andrew, can you remember what else he said? Come here.
Oh,
Andrew.
the combine with the popcorn.
Yeah.
Tractor crackers. Oh yeah, that's
What is tractor crackers?
It's where we pull something in half with a
Right.
tractor.
What do
So
you want
that's
to?
not all that separate.
What do you want to pull in half? A bus?
I think a bus might make a mess, but
Yeah.
maybe something a little bit more fragile, like a wooden caravan or something like that.
Okay.
Or anything
Yeah.
else.
What we could do is we could have people staying in the caravan and not know that you're about to pull it apart.
Or we could pick one.
Yeah.
Something that's...
Or just one out of exhibit camping.
Yeah.
Back to football.
Well, we've got Italian green ones. If we get some British yellow ones, we can have green versus yellow, or Italy versus England.
Hang on a minute. We got the JCB boys just over there, haven't we? Gemma, do you think they could do it?
I think they'll give you a run for your money.
I think you might need to give them a challenge though.
Yeah, well, they can see if they can beat the Italian ones, can't they?
I was setting you up to look at the camera and go, you JCB boys, my boys can take you on. Something like that, something a bit.
But have we got JCB?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are literally just coming over there.
Right, okay.
So come on,
Okay.
get a bit punchy.
I didn't know this.
I've been
I
telling
just- I
everyone
thought you
he's
were talking to me. I thought you
spontaneous.
were talking about
That he's
HS2.
one take. I thought he was like one take fucking Ollie. Turns out he's-
JCB
Well, I
like-
could hear one going past. I thought you were just meaning HS2
You need to
stuff.
have a lie down now. Just look at the camera and challenge the JCB
So
boys.
JCB, if you're watching, get yourself here with some telehandlers and see if you can beat the Merlots.
That was better. Goodness, I thought we got the wrong guy.
We've just been weighing up the arena to make sure we've got room to do everything we need to do. And now we're going to have a look where the main stage is going to be for all the music acts. So we're just following Ella up there now. So he's walking again. This is obviously, that'll be the grandstand in that arena there on the grass. And then we're on the higher bit behind them trees. Oh, we're going to drive past it by the looks of things. This is obviously where the Royal Show used to be. Yeah, that's going to be the grandstand arena. And then... oh, that must be the hotel bit, is it? The lodge, yeah. That's the Tractorama arena behind that white fence. Looks like the main stage is by the NFU buildings. That's the NFU head office behind the trees there. Like you can see the sign there. There's the NFU buildings. And the dead end. That would go to walk from here, I think. Next time I'm there, there'll probably be a huge stage built here, and then that'll be full of people. This is where the sort of the music arena is going to be, just sort of down the hill slightly from where the Tractorama arena is going to be. The Tractorama arena, you can just see that white fence, can you? No? No, where is it? It's there. That's the Tractorama arena, and also the horses will be in there as well, the other side. So we've got to time it so that, look at that, perfect day now. We've got to time it so that it doesn't interfere with the horses. But yeah, it'll look a bit different soon. Only 7 weeks off. Don't forget, use the code Olly, OLLY in capitals for a discount, and you get a t-shirt and an access to the seating for the arena that's going to be the Tractorama arena. So it'll get you closer to the action is the plan. But yeah, we're just up here working out what we can do in that arena. And we really need, you know, when they take an old AstroTurf pitch up and you've got this sort of the heavy, thick AstroTurf, we do with some of that to put down on the sand. So if we make a mess, if we're pulling caravans in half or driving over stuff, or even spreading bales of straw and baling it up again with a forage harvest, that we don't get straw and bits and bobs into the sand arena, because that's quite expensive. So if anyone knows of any old five-a-side pitches, get in touch. Chris has been showing us round the airfield. Anyway, Pip's going to show us how they measure how long it takes the air ambulance to get to somewhere. So that's where it's based. You ring up and you're at, let's find somewhere, Coatsmore. So you get the piece of string, stick it there, and then that tells you 14 minutes away by straight line. That's so simple yet effective. Can you believe that? 145 quid for 80 litres of fuel. Back from Stoneleigh Park, and a quick call at Coventry Airport to see Chris, and we had a little look at the air ambulance flown off. Ooh, pigeons. Yeah, Tractorfest. It's better than an Easter egg, so if you're thinking of getting some tickets, yeah, get online. I'm going to quickly show you something in this shed. Bit of a rant coming up. As you know, there's a lot of turmoil going on at the moment with fertiliser. The price has gone up. People haven't got it delivered. I've got a pile of it behind me. Some of them bags I can't spread after midnight tonight, but it's going to be really difficult. Some are green. I can spread them, but some of the white ones are also what's called abated urea, so it's got a coating on it. But if I lived in Scotland or if I lived in Wales, I can still spread that. But if I'm a red tractor farmer, I'll get thrown off red tractor for spreading the wrong stuff. So we're going to have to pick through that pile, because under the last government, not the one we've got now, there was a deal done to keep urea fertiliser, because they say it can volatilise after 17 degrees soil temperature. So we never get 70 degrees in the northwest. But unfortunately, yes, I can't use some of that fertiliser after midnight tonight. It's not really fair. If you can in Scotland, you can in Wales. We've not even got a level playing field in our own country. But I think there's a lot of farmers that it's not even arrived yet. They've not got it on because it's been a cold, wet season. And there should be an exemption for this year with what's going on in the world. And the fact that you can't even get hold of abated stuff. And if you could, the price has doubled. So We've spoken to DEFRA. They are keen. They said, look, get the NFU to get in touch with us and we might do something. Red Tractor, I've approached them and said, let's sort this out before it's a problem for loads. But yeah, it's not really happening. What are people thinking? You know, is it right that if you live a few miles that way, you can spread it? If you live a few 100 miles north, you can spread it. And if you live in Europe, you still can. Crazy times. What do you think? Have you got urea that you want to put on and you've not been able to get on yet because of the weather, because of the late season, or because that's all you can get hold of? Are you a grassland farmer that it's not even arrived yet? Let us know in the comments. I'll show you what the lads have been up to. They've basically been getting the Claydon ready, so going through it, anything it needs. I've picked up. We've got some tines to change on here, and then we've got them other batter boards we're going to swap for tines as well, giving a good rinse off. We probably should take the markers off because we don't use them really now, so we could unbolt them perhaps and take the pipe work out of the way, make it a bit lighter and a bit easier to use. I like the idea that they're done with the wire rope and the springs maybe, so we've just got string on ours at the moment. But yeah, getting it ship shape, ready for drilling beans. Sprayer's not here. I'm guessing John's out doing that pre-emergence spray. I know it's pretty still now compared to what it has been, and he wanted to get it on as soon as he could so he can have a bit of time off over Easter. So I've done my birthdays upstairs. Random stuff off Cramp. Not many on today's birthday, but we've got Steve Palmer, happy birthday. Mike Hogarth, happy birthday. Elsie, happy birthday. Tracy Birdass is the big 6-0, so happy birthday. And also Aaron Russell, he does have a Massey, likes a Massey. He's got some test results, doing some tests this week. He's not been so good, so hopefully fingers crossed for him. We're now up to £112,419 as well, which is amazing for the Air Ambulance, the Northwest Air Ambulance, because that's the local one to me that I've been raising for. But don't forget, support your own air ambulances. Before I was at the Midlands one. But yeah, it wasn't there. It flew over Stoney Park while we were there anyway. I feel like I've caught the sun today. That's it for today. Bit of a mixed bag today, really. Bit of Claas stuff, bit of Stoney, and loads of Claydon stuff still to see. But I'll save that for the next wet day. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.